Welcome to another double shot. We got word this week, in the past 2 weeks, that United Airlines is changing its policy around people checking in to get onto a flight when they don't have checked bags at all. And essentially what they're saying is, all the advice you were told before, we're actually weirdly throwing it away. Because you've often been told, show up to the airport like 2 hours before a domestic flight.
2 hours
Now
early.
they're saying check in 45 minutes before. And they say that this is going to be more efficient. And I can't help but wonder if it's going to do the opposite.
Why? What do you mean?
That
45
said,
minutes?
45 minutes because
To go through TSA?
just to check your bag. So yes, I mean, presumably that you're doing that before you go through TSA.
Makes sense.
But I was thinking this through because honestly, my strategy to get to the airport, and one time I got a close call, but for the most part, I show up with about 45 minutes to go. I get in line with about 45 to 30 minutes to go before the gate opens. I do that every single time because I don't want to waste time at an airport. It's boring. There's nowhere to sit. There's nowhere to plug in.
Sure.
It's just a pain. So, but I'm smart. I'm a good traveler.
Okay.
Most people aren't.
Do you have Clear so you can get in real easily?
I have Clear, and I've used it maybe once.
Yeah.
Because there's always a longer line for Clear than there is for TSA pre-check. So I just go through pre-check most of the time.
I have pre-check. I was going to say it's either one or the other. I know Clear, you're supposed to be, and TSA pre-check, right? You're supposed to be able to just go through, no shoes off, no belt off. You're already checked up.
And yet somehow the people in TSA pre-check, I've been in line in which they take off their shoes or their belt as if they've never gone through this line before. Similarly, in the poor people line that our producer uses, for example, like, what they'll do is not take off their belt and shoes as if they've never been through that line before. I've never been on a plane. I've never been in an airport. That's the reason why everything is so inefficient. It really doesn't have anything to do with the time that you get there. It's how you spend the time when you're there. And if you're choosing to do things you don't need to do, or choosing not to do things you should do, you're making it worse for everybody else.
I have a trick that I do. They say, like, you want to try to find yourself in line behind people who look prepared. So like a lot of people will wear shoes that don't have laces so they can quickly slide in and out of them, which is a nice thing. Other people, like myself, I will just, before I go get into the check-in line, and I never check bags, by the way, either. I'm not one of those people. I will go into the restroom. I will take off my pants and shoes, and I'll just walk through the line with no pants and shoes. And what I'm doing is I'm making a mental choice. I'll be a little embarrassed, right? Or I might embarrass the people around me. But I'm not gonna have to take any of that stuff off. And then when I get through on the other side, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling easy and breezy, and then I get my pants back on.
You have been labeled officially a sex offender as a result of this.
Well,
but you did get through TSA really quickly.
Everything is a risk and a reward.
Yeah,
but
totally. I think it's worth it.
I think it's worth it too, because you get your flight on time every single time, and nobody wants to sit next to you on a plane.
Exactly. Or live next to you in your neighborhood.
Or live next to you in your neighborhood. Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Hey, it's Jason Rantz here with Scott Rarucka from Legacy Group Capital. He's their CEO. So let's talk about someone who wants to invest in real estate. They don't quite know where to go, what to do, where to start, but they do know, obviously, that right now the market is really, really hot. So you're the place to do it. How do you help?
Yeah, so how we help is, we've been investing in the greater Seattle area for over 20 years, and we have a historical track record that is we're super proud of. Double-digit returns over time with no investor losses. And if you can find somebody else out there that's done that, you should probably talk to them. And how we really do it is we're lending on real estate, and we're also acquiring real estate and building it and developing it. All those things come out of a fund that people invest into. So there's lending and there's acquisition. And then we share in profits with all of our investors on both those activities. Jason, most people can't do that on their own. They're not going to go develop properties. They're not going to go be a bank and lend money. But they can jump in with us and they can be that developer and they can be that lender, but it's underneath our umbrella with a 20-year track record that's unparalleled to anything that you'll find out there. We've been told that we're one of the best kept secrets in the Pacific Northwest.
I don't want it to be a secret. I want everyone to know just about what it is you do. The Legacy Group Capital family of funds offer short short-term 90-day investments at 7%. Longer-term investments, they've averaged double-digit returns. Just go to legacyg.com.